Guys, welcome to another exciting episode of In-House Podcast. I am one of three of the best musketeers you'll ever see. Don't worry about the glasses. I have blue eyes, so the ladies gotta calm down. Anyway, number one is Matt Main, your beautiful, handsome, dark chocolate host. Number two, the X-Men, the Wolverine, the Deadpool. Gift GK22, because they got them hoes. And of course, the last but not least, Sky NATO. In the house.
How are you, McMahon?
Doing great.
You're good? How are you
Like
getting?
Easy, dog.
That's it. We're sticking it.
Yeah,
So we're just moving now.
I think let's just
Yeah.
move and see how it goes, man. I think that's all.
Yeah. So yeah,
Thank you very much, Mac. That was a wonderful intro.
you know how we do it, man.
Wonderful. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Conscious Media at it again. Conscious Podcast at it again. Back to back to back. Like, subscribe, hit that follow. We're going to drop our socials at the bottom. Make sure you hit all of that. We got so much more content coming for you. Let's keep it going.
Like, yeah,
He'll drop our handles at the bottom.
like.
I
follow,
meant in the
subscribe.
description.
This little blue ticket.
Don't count. Okay. What's
telling
that thing? What's the thing that Paulo said? Like, subscribe, and watch twice. That's so many false promises I've made.
Yes.
Hey.
Anyway, follow, like, and subscribe, guys.
Yeah.
For those who keep watching us, please, guys, all the opinions, stop giving your feedback to Gift on a WhatsApp chat. Please post on the comment section of the video all your opinions and thoughts, guys. We want to see it there. Help us with that comment algorithm there, so we can have some engagement there, so we can also focus on that as well, respond. So yeah,
What's popping?
what's popping, man?
This is which. Should we carry on or should I just close the thing?
Mac
So
will
we
skip
need
this
that
part.
This is where we need that icebreaker.
I'm saying Mac is gonna skip the part, but he probably won't.
Which part? This part of closing the door?
Yeah, this whole mess.
I'm gonna skip that part where you were confused.
Yes.
Yeah. If you just closed it, would have been fine. It's a blooper right here.
Past my house there.
Now you gotta conceal.
Now I gotta go incognito.
Yeah, that's why everybody is.
Oh man.
What's up?
Oh man, it's all good, guys. So you mentioned something about
An icebreaker.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Isn't a silly one, nah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna mention a word.
Okay.
You just have to mention the opposite of that word.
All right.
You get it right, you get to mention a word. Whoever the first one is who mentions the right thing again, we just keep it going until somebody gets it wrong and gets eliminated. And then it's gonna be a winner at the end.
Okay. Let's do a test run.
Okay?
Okay. Let's do a
Alright,
test
cool.
run.
So if I come to you and I say hot,
Cold.
sun,
Moon.
I'll accept it. You see, that's what I mean.
What would you mean you'll accept it? What is it supposed to be?
I feel like moon is a fair antithesis to
The
sun. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. We're just gonna keep mentioning out words.
Okay.
Whoever says it first, I get it. It's not
Yeah.
like I'm specifically talking to him. Whoever says it first, that's what's gonna happen. And then once you get it right, you get to say the next word, and then we have to guess. If we can't, and then we just out. If we say the wrong thing, I mean, we're just out.
All right. Okay, let's go.
Money,
Poverty.
woman. That is the only acceptable.
How they get to the society?
Money. That is the only acceptable.
No,
Oh my god.
man is right there. Man is right there. What do
That's
you
crazy,
mean?
dog.
Skis.
That's
No,
crazy.
no.
Poverty, right?
Poverty is right, man. Walk.
Run. High.
Low.
Nah. Sober.
Nah, you can't blame me for that one.
Nah, yeah.
You can't.
It's out. It's out.
I didn't know you were just.
Yeah, well.
Just because you're a junkie out
Yeah,
here
well,
doesn't
hey,
mean be
you
all
should
up
know
in the game.
Discriminator, Dibra.
Yeah, sure, no better.
Oh,
Discriminator.
nah, fine.
Discriminator.
Do it for all your junkie fans, bro. It's calm.
So that's just be a gift.
It's you a gift.
Okay. Let's go.
Wena vele uchaba school. Green.
Huh?
It's red, bro. Hey, basic color theory, fine. It's red. Check.
Fucking hell. I don't accept that.
What do you mean?
I don't accept that.
It has an antithesis, bro.
What's it?
Yeah.
So what? I lost the match?
Yeah. Give the one.
That's
icebreaker. It is what it is.
Hey, fuck it, man. Icebreaker. Let us know if you like that. If you want us to start like that a lot, that's a good one. It's fun.
Little segment.
Are we going to hit the legal segment now? I mean,
Now we're going to topic now.
We're going to the topic we're starting a segment.
yeah, we're going to end off with
Our topic always takes us,
In other directions.
but it's chilled.
It's okay.
Today we're gonna try our best to keep it. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah,
We'll try our
but
best to
it
keep
is
it.
great. I'm joking. So today's, I don't know if I can say there's a heading for the topic, but basically we're just going to be discussing online dating.
Come.
Yes.
Go on.
Okay.
Where is that oxygen tank of ours?
I think it's behind me here.
Oh no, it's here.
The oxygen.
Hey, my bad. Yeah, online dating.
Yeah, online dating.
Mm.
So today I don't know, we're not going to be professionals.
Fair.
We're going to judge it, online dating, based on what is its purpose and what did we intend it for actually.
Mm.
Okay.
So what was it for? And then as what do we use it for, basically? Because we use those sites for everything but what it's supposed to be, I think.
True.
So what's your thoughts on it? Just phase
one. What was it for, Nam? Obviously created to make it easier for people from around the world in different areas to form romantic relationships
So
with one another. Yeah, it combats Kwabab. Because like, if I'm afraid of approaching a lady that's just walking through the street or coffee shop or whatever, right? But I somehow run into her on a dating app, I will chirp or swipe right, whatever the case may be. I'll be more confident making contact than I would be face to face. Either way, I don't think that's so much of a bad thing, because I feel like some people, they have very great text game than they do have face to face game. You know, because
So text necessarily.
no. What do you mean by that? Like, we live in the same house? No, obviously not. Because if you live in the same house, if you're my woman's child, we already said that. But the first contact, dog, like, people get nervous, and you never see the best side of someone when they're nervous, you know? Mm-hmm. And some people's nervousness is tragic, bro. Like, they become unbearable or just not something good to look at. So it helps those people struggle in that regard to just make first contact with someone, maybe get their turns, make them laugh, start with conversations, be more interesting, right? So that when the face-to-face comes through, the essence and the genuineness of the guy or girl is already known, and the butterflies can start happening with the smiles and whatever.
Okay.
So it helps in that regard. So also, sometimes where you are from, there's nothing there for you, bro.
That is actually true.
Like, there's nothing.
Yeah,
Nobody
that
wants
is true.
you, not because of you, but because of the stigma attached to you, you know?
Why would you have a stigma?
You did
Like,
something.
Either you did something growing up, or you are known for something growing up, or you're associated with someone growing up, and it just goes with you.
Oh, okay.
Because everyone around you knows you.
So reputation.
Yeah, and every new person who comes there, when they see that new person with you, they start telling that person your old ways or how they know you. You know, and then that could just jeopardize the possibility of you having a romantic relationship. But with dating apps, in your area where guy or girl, there's a demographic of the type of women there and men which are not your type. It allows you to speak to someone from a different province or a different area who is your type. You know, it allows that easy connection or that easy contact, as opposed to like you having to go that side and chill for a while and try to meet someone. So that's what I think it was developed for.
Do you want to add in?
Sure. He said pretty much all of it.
Add
Man.
something. Do you have any different thoughts towards that?
For me, man, I've always been a little apprehensive towards them, but that's also mainly because of prior stigma. You remember, it used to be a shunned upon thing. With you guys met online, you don't know who you're gonna catch there, you don't know who you might see. Remember hearing like stories back in high school of girls being abducted and stuff because they met some guy online. Kanti, when they meet up, very different stories, very shady stuff. So things like that kind of put me off of dating apps and stuff. I have seen them boom lately though.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen a serious. I think I saw a stat the other day that said this was an American one though. I don't think this completely applies to us, but they said 24% of all relationships were online, and in like that started up. 32%, funny enough, came from mutual friends. Yeah, so my single ass is basically asking Uti, where were y'all niggas? When I was single, I mean, now where were y'all niggas back then? That's a chat for a different day. We're definitely gonna have that conversation some other time.
Where the fuck were they?
Where were you, bro?
Okay. Well, what you say? You also agree that that's what it was made for?
Yeah, no, it basically covered the basics of what it was supposed to be.
We use it for ass though. By we, I mean niggas.
Our women too.
They
want dick. Dick. I promise you.
How many people right now? How many people you think if you created a profile on a dating?
Wanna fuck McMahon?
Yeah, we wanna fuck McMahon.
Love me or fuck me?
Fuck you.
Just
Never mind love.
Gang of them. Gang.
Yeah?
Yeah. Gang of them, dog. Okay, depending on how I design the profile.
What do you mean?
Like, if I'm just genuine me, right? Probably out of 10, I would say 45%. 45%.
So 4.5 people would want to fuck you out of 10?
Like if I'm just genuine me. Like what I mean, like...
Why don't you just round it off?
Just
round it off.
No. 45%. So, when I mean genuine me, I mean that if I'm just going to post or I'm going to create this profile based on my genuine, who I really am, there's probably like 45% of them who will be like, he can get it. And that's all I want from him. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Love me? Yeah, it's no. I don't lie.
Why is that one?
Because of like, I think attached to all of the positive parts about online dating and these apps or platforms, there is also a degree of bias that's in there. That certain types of men, right, will get certain type of attention because of how you developed your profile, right? The wealth, the stability, the finances, and all those stuff, and fashion,
Okay.
Your the way you look, how you dress, and all those stuff, play a big part in that. So, because you don't know me, these are the only things you can go for on the app. You don't know how I think, you don't know my opinions, you don't know my sense of humor, you don't know anything like that. So, because genuine me doesn't have shiny things like that, you're not gonna be like, ooh, here's my man. You get what I mean?
I think those things play more onto you being fuckable than you being lovable.
In both ways, because
you being lovable is definitely a character trait. That's
but
your character coming in.
But the question was, how many of them, if I were to create a profile, how many of them would want to fuck me, how many would want to love me? So and just based off the profile, how many girls would look at my profile and say, dick? Others would say, no, heart, love. How many? Okay. And I'm looking at what are they going to see?
So you think
and what those things mean?
Love?
I think more dick than love.
Why not?
I mean, I've actually checked out how everything was supposed to work, and how versus how everything actually is. Okay. So before I take it
deep,
you go ahead first before I go ahead.
About dating apps now?
Yeah, not dating apps. How many girls, if you were to create a profile, would want to fuck you? And how many of them?
This is based on just your perception so far. What you think?
My perception of me now.
Yeah, what you think could happen?
I think I'll probably pull like. I'm thinking 40% actually. I think it's more realistic.
40%.
Yeah. of all the swipe, was it swipe left or right for what swipe left is?
I think it's yes, you know.
It says yes and no. Yeah. Out of all people I swipe left on, I think 40% is fuckable. And then of the people who meet me, I genuinely think I'm a lovable oak, bro.
No. Cut that meeting part. No, we don't care.
So they have to love me from just looking at a profile.
This is not that. I'm not saying they have to love you. That's not the question. How many of the girls who look at your profile will see, ooh, I want dick from him, and ooh, I want to get to know him love. Like, from your profile, not meeting you. From your profile.
From the profile, I think 40% would want dick. And then probably like 35% would probably want love. Yeah.
Why is that? Why do you feel like for you it's gonna be that difference?
Because from my own personal experience, as far as it came to love, I've never experienced a love at first sight type of thing. And for me, if you're gonna look at a profile and think that, it has to appeal to you in some way. So it's just based on how I've built relationships in the past and where things are going now. I think that's a fair way to go about it.
Okay, now we start.
You want to break it down?
Yeah, from the top.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna start just by throwing some. We're gonna start global and then we'll slowly shrink to our place here.
Okay.
So with regards to what you guys were talking about now, the percentages would drop far much less because of all the BS attached to it. Number one, the first thing you guys were talking about when you were talking about the safety and all of that, that's correct. So that removes the chance, that decreases the chance of girls actually logging into the app for it by far. Because if they are like 50, like a 5 can go out to the club and get one night stand.
Like a girl who's a 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can go out. Like she can get, she probably has contacts and people she trusts who can do that if she's that type of person.
Okay.
Just in general. Okay. So most of the girls that do go on won't go on for that. They might go in for money and that. But for that specifically alone, it's quite low.
Okay.
Those ones are quite low. And then now, if we're gonna start going on, okay, let's go to the love part. Now the problem there is, I don't know, you guys can correct me. Girls are raised to believe that they are the
price,
yes,
the catch,
the catch,
the big fish.
Remember who's this? I remember there was the story that came up. You remember that Simone Biles?
Oh yes, yes, with her husband.
Yeah. If you watch the interview, that nigga said he's the catch, right?
I remember.
But he didn't say his person is not a catch at all. In no statement did he talk about himself and not talk about, in reference to her. So he didn't ask between you two guys who's the catch. They asked if he's a catch. And he replied to that.
Okay.
Understand? So now I'm like, okay, he's saying he's the catch, blah, blah, blah. And then before I guess joined the bandwagon, we went to go see what the wife thinks.
And what did she say?
She was there.
Simone?
Yeah, she was at the interview.
Yeah.
What's
just tragic, man?
No, she was having fun. She was like, no, I get what he means, right?
What?
She said that. The people were like, she should divorce him, she should leave him, all of that
Yeah, I
stuff.
remember Twitter was taking
exactly.
that.
But she was like, I don't understand where this is coming from. And then she said something that I was like, you know what? That is a big problem. Because she said that moment had nothing to do with me. That was his interview.
Here's the thing, though. In that situation,
okay, but
she's Simone Biles. I know the guy plays in the NFL, but I don't even know his name. I don't even know what team he plays for.
I agree.
But we know Simone Biles. So in that, from what I saw at least, they phrased it to me to make it seem like, oh boy, was saying that Simone is just another girl.
Nah.
That's how it was presented to me.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Just side question. Did you watch the full interview?
I
or
did.
you see that segment?
I saw snippets on Twitter.
It was manipulated.
It was manipulated. That's what you're saying.
It was kind of like a self-evaluation question.
Yeah, dog.
Like, how do you rate yourself? It had nothing to do with the actual dynamic of the relationship. It's just kind of like you right now, if you have go to couples therapy,
Okay.
and then you get there and the therapist says everything, and then they're like, dude, how do you see yourself? And then you're like, I think I'm a don. Right? But then they cut it to make it seem like you are saying between the two of y'all, you the don.
Okay.
But he was just talking about about his own self-awareness and how he sees himself. He feels like he is a catch.
Okay.
Not specifically to just Simone, but to like anybody who has me, he's getting a guy who's a catch. Like, I am a great guy, whatever it is.
Okay. I can respect that.
And the crazy part was when she was interviewed, she backed what the nigga said about how she feels about him too, and then she also exemplified it by talking about how the guy treats her. He thinks he's the catch, but he treats her like she's the catch. If you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
So she was talking about all the normal stuff that I guess we presume a romantic boyfriend should be doing. But then she also mentioned more stuff where it makes you realize that this is the kind of shit you only do when you actually care about someone.
Do you remember any of the things that he was doing?
No, I mean, like, obviously besides the normal stuff, because like I didn't pay attention to the normal
It was
stuff.
more personal stuff, no?
Not
like
more, like
sacrificing.
the more like, let me put it like this.
Are we talking like getting her a particular kind of ice cream because you know that she likes that
That's the
particular
that's the
ice
kind
cream?
of that's the kind of stuff he was doing, like the little detailed things.
Okay. And then I need to watch this interview, man, because they were bashing this man on Twitter. Hey,
Yeah.
The thing is, I was
Actually,
like,
the fandom
it's
is
more
wild.
irrelevant to watch the interview. Like, the person who they're trying to defend
yeah.
was Simone Biles. But she herself was confused at what are they trying to defend her from.
But she's calm. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
she's like,
understandable.
Gucci, what are you guys
What are
talking
you guys mad
about?
about?
Because like that was the short part of the whole interview. If we start there, that part was a small part of the interview. I get it was his interview, so that part was a small part of the interview, and I'm pretty sure nobody watched that whole interview. They just took that snippet and then they were just throwing hate on that snippet.
Okay, I hear you.
So now I'm guess now we're going to go to what we think catches, I guess. Understand? So now we have someone, well, obviously we have millions of people that supported that whole thing, and we're mad at that guy is allowed to be a catch. That's what the world was basically saying at that point, right? Like that, the more money you have or the more known you are, that means you're the catch.
I think that's pretty logical.
And using that logic, then their statements are then all wrong then. Because which other couples do you know where those things aren't like that? Where the female is the one who's more known and has more money? How many couples do we actually have that are like that?
Oh, please. Not a lot.
Not a lot.
So if we're using their logic, then it's
Rare.
very rare for them to be the catch. If we're using that logic.
Hang on. If I'm hearing you correctly, are you saying that in relationship, if we're going to state that you being the person with more money, a larger following, a larger career makes you the catch, we don't have many examples where the female in the relationship has more power, more money, more pull, shall we say, for lack of a better word, in the relationship compared to the guy.
Therefore, it means women are never the catch.
Ew.
According to that definition.
According to that definition,
They are never the catch. Booyaka! Blood clot. We got it. We got it. We got it.
Because it's like, I'm listening to that logic and then I'm like, but then how are you going to now defend that using that train of thought, and then you're going to go to your boyfriend and still call yourself the catch?
Because your boyfriend most likely has those things in the relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know about that one, man.
I think it's weird, man, that so many people were defending somebody that didn't need defending.
That's the thing.
Like
no one.
That's crazy.
Not even one person
If
asked how she
she
feels about
shrugged or was a bit tense about that statement from her man, and then people jumped on, and then she was like, guys, relax, I could have understood. But if she's just like, oh yeah, Those are facts. I get what he's saying. I understand. And people are just saying, no, he can't do it. He's not allowed to. And then she goes up and says, guys, why are you so...
I think, like, at least from what I understood from it, man, the perspective was that Simone Biles doesn't know that she's Simone Biles.
Nah.
That was...
Okay, wait, from the people who are bashing
Yeah,
the,
not to
the
say
guy.
from her, but
From the people who are bashing the guy.
Yeah, from the people who were bashing. They took it to make it seem as though she is not fully aware of the kind of star power that she is. But I don't think you can have moves named after you and countless gold medals and not be aware of who you are.
I was about to say, now, I think also it could be a reflection of how in America the fandom is the wildest. It is the wildest, bro. Because I doubt that you would feel that way about a celebrity or someone like her if mentally sharp, I mean. Like if you can process things well.
Yeah.
Because as much as I can feel like my particular favorite celebrity or star, whatever the case may be, in their personal life, if I feel like they don't realize who they really are, that's crazy, bro. This person's been themselves for years and they've accomplished, especially in this particular conversation. You can never tell me that she doesn't know. She knows who the hell she is. She knows who the hell. She found a guy who also knows who the hell he is. That's how it is.
You know how they met?
How?
Dating app.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I brought this up.
Not just a regular one though. There's a specific one for upper echelon.
Yeah, they use that one. I don't know.
So we got these poverty
Yes,
That's why people are asking for pussy and dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, who's to say they're not doing the same thing there?
I doubt it because you have to.
Clearly.
Actually, they're probably doing the same thing on a different level. I wouldn't put
But
it
the
past
ones I've
niggas.
checked up on.
I wouldn't put it past niggas, bro.
No, the thing is, if you're that big and you have that kind of pull, you don't need to go on an app to go
I know.
To get laid.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
You
You need to
don't.
go on an app to get laid.
Definitely. But that doesn't mean that greed won't play a part. I genuinely
So
think...
you say that there's
No,
an
but
element
the-
of greed to it.
Pele mustn't
So
forget.
think about this, man.
The women they put up there as well are people that actually, or the ones that will be there. It's not just any.
No, fair. But not all of them are Simone Biles. One of them is probably going to be a female entrepreneur making what, 5-6 million a year. Best believe a nigga come through there who's making 120 M's a year. Man, he's definitely going to have the same attitude.
Just smash.
Why wouldn't he?
Because you can only get there
Get
without being
that
on the app.
anyway without being on the app.
No. I mean,
So
because keep in mind now, right?
Are you saying that because of the type of women he wants to smash those type of
Yes, that's
where
my
the
chat.
greed is coming
That's
from?
where the greed is
Then I
coming
agree with you. That's
Hey.
the mandem.
That's the mandem. That's my
mandem.
point.
Don't give a fuck. I promise you. I would be them.
Yeah.
I would do that too. If this upper echelon app was, and I was on it, and I saw a nice thing that's making like what, 7 M's a year, beautiful girl, whatever that can be, I want to tap that and then fuck up, split. Yeah, like I won't put it past guys not to do it. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
I think it's
But I'm assuming with the
exclusivity.
It's
rules,
probably less likely though.
I assume with all the rules up there is misconduct like that will be kicked off.
But how
Because it
do
will
you think so?
tarnish the name of whatever they were trying to.
And it's
build.
probably
But how do you judge on that? Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Just a quick side note. That misconduct, right?
Yeah.
They connect us, we meet. You, perception of the girl, relationship. Me, I want to tap. I do all the love dub stuff. I tap a dip. What does she do? She complains.
She'll probably
she'll write to
Okay,
the
and then
forward.
what they do? Do they investigate? Do
They
they
don't
check?
investigate.
They'll just remove you.
So even if
I
that was
was
never
in-
my intention, if someone just doesn't like me, right, on a date,
Oh,
and they do that,
and then they report you.
I'm still banned.
No, but that one will be different. I get the report, but I'm guessing.
No, but that's what I'm
Because
saying.
he's right. There has to be an
How can-
investigation of some
How
kind.
how can they confirm that what the complaint is true? You know, if
No,
you
I'm
meet a
hearing
girl-
what you're saying.
Yeah, like
but
what's
like,
I'm curious about how they do that.
no, but I'm saying in this regard, let's say you're going for the report. The one, maybe you say you guys met and things didn't go well. I don't think anyone could get banned for that.
Yeah.
But again, we dipping into
Okay,
pieces
we're
we-
going.
Yeah,
We're
we're
going.
getting
It's
somewhere.
fine.
It's fine, it's fine, yeah.
Okay, so now we're going back to the catch part. So now we're gonna start actually kind of I'm kind of trying to show you a narrative that's crazy that came with this.
Okay.
So, before social media, dating apps, and all of those, you could date as far as the eye can see.
What do you mean?
I'm saying before, dating online and these things, you could only date women as far as your eyes can see.
Oh, like your proximity
Yeah.
to you. Okay.
Yeah. So if we were all from, like, let's say this town we're in, if none of the people were using any of these things, they would have to judge everyone based on where you are right now, what you're driving right now, and they'd actually have to have some conversations with you.
Face-to-face interaction.
Yeah. So that forced a whole lot more deal of honesty and made things a bit more realistic in terms of you knowing what kind of person you could be if you ended up in this town.
Actually, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah, no, it forced a whole lot more.
It does. It does push at the need for everybody in the community to be more honest. And clear, because we're all on the same. How do I say?
I'm not trying to compare myself to someone from Jersey, from Cape Town, from things like that. We're just here.
Who's my age, my height, whatever the case may be. But
I think
just 10 steps ahead.
I think what it could definitely do is lower the competition. That I can agree with you.
You say that as competition.
No, because think about it this way, right? If you are faced with you yourself right now, Mike, you are only limited to the women that you see around you.
Yes.
And then you don't know what other women from a faraway province are like,
about,
or what they're about, and so forth.
Yes.
So that particular person that you're approaching, her competition would be the women in those other areas, and therefore you don't know of them. That's your competition for her. But I still do think people can lie. How many stories do we know about of old timers, bro?
I didn't say don't lie. I said less likely to.
Or you're less likely to. Okay, no,
that's what I'm saying.
because it's very easy to lie.
I'm saying it's percentage games right now.
And also,
because like the part is, if we all grew up in this town, and I know a lot more. Like, I don't need to have the conversation with you alone. I can go ask someone else about you.
Okay.
As I was about to say, you can lie to me, but you won't. For you to be able to lie to a second or third person, you're gonna get caught quickly.
Someone needs to know.
Yeah, because you're gonna lie to me, I'm gonna live on this lie. Then you go to a second person, and then when you lie there, they want to see everything, and before you know it, rep, we know you, know what you're about.
Okay, now I get you.
So now we are establishing that we could only date as far as the eye can see. So now we get this thing, Facebook, where it's still the same. You're just friends with people that you do know. Even when they do leave, you guys are still friends. But now it opened up the next phase of things, where she could post a picture of her and her new friends at college, and you're like, damn, your friends are kinda hot. And then you start texting that friend, and the friends like, come through. And now we start a network that starts to open up now.
Is this your girlfriend went to?
Not your girlfriend.
That's a girl.
Just a
yeah,
girl
like someone you went to school with.
Okay.
But you guys were friends. And then now you're seeing, hey,
so now those girls from those different provinces meet up. Basically, Champions League happens.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Champions League
starts
like,
happening. And then Mark Zuckerberg was like, I want Champions League everywhere.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg was like, I want more.
Exactly.
Yeah, 32 teams now, 68. Let's go. So
now, obviously, a network opens up.
Yeah.
And now, our generation starts to wake up. We're like, hey, man, so now we got to a place where we couldn't wait to get to university to start seeing people.
Wait, what?
Like you?
Because so growing up, from after that, kids in high school who are active on social media, everybody, the people are above them, like grade wise, that they were following.
Yeah, then you start seeing the
when
life
they went to university and they start to see the pictures are being posted.
Yeah, then you're like,
and the people around there, they couldn't wait
to get
there just to meet new people.
Yeah,
fair.
So you get there, you meet those new people, and then some of them realize that if I live here without a partner, I'm screwed. Because then I have to go back to my shitty town and get someone from there.
Because you meet those women.
Yeah.
Not only do you meet women that you like, but you meet women that like you.
Actually, I want.
Because nobody likes you in your town, man. Shout out to Jesus. He knew what was talking about.
So now we started having that problem. But then now problems started arising of the people that left there without partners.
You almost said no pussy.
No person.
I
I was gonna say no person.
continue, man.
So of those people, then they came across another problem, because if you don't like clubbing, if you, like we said earlier, if you're not going to approach girls, and you don't go clubs where you can actually meet more girls. Now you're in this thing of, I have to inbox people.
Okay, yeah.
So you're inboxing, but like you're doing it wrong.
According to how the culture is.
Yeah,
Like how the
because
culture
you're
dictates.
not within all of these people. So you're just sending up hello bangaphi my inbox.
Earth says hello.
Okay, fair, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So my assumption is some guy was like, yeah, it's fine. There has to be a way where I can actually be talking to someone who's interested in what I'm interested. Like we're here for the same
Who's
thing.
also looking at least.
Yeah. So obviously, initially, I'm assuming the market was niche like that.
Okay.
Right? And then, as it started expanding and people started to get to know about it, this is where all the BS starts happening.
Yeah.
So now, I'm gonna try throwing in some numbers to make you all understand. So now we got to a point where, now we're going to use everything we've been talking about. Women are the catch. Okay. So, on average, there's about the ratio on there is, I would say, since women are the prettier they are and all of that, they're more likely to get attention.
Okay.
Right? And they're most likely to be in the right places to get attention most of the time. So they're not that many on these apps. So the ratio there would be close to, like, I guess 65% to 35%. So 65% men, 35% women. Understand? And now let's throw in all other factors. Let's just be generous and say 50% of the 35% is 5 and above, and the other ones are 5s and below.
Okay.
Right? So now we've broken it up that maybe the selection that most men are going to swipe right on, and you mustn't forget we outnumber them here.
Okay. So we're looking at 17 and a half,
yeah, of women that 65% of men are going to swipe on because they don't care about how they look. You understand?
Okay.
So now that's the first problem. The first problem is that 17.5% of women are definitely going to feel like they're the catch if every day she opens up her inbox of likes and it's Pali 99 plus lap.
Fair, that will go to your head. Yeah.
Exactly, right? So if 17.5% of women that just have 99, like they have everybody there on their like thing. So now here's where the thing starts being weird, is now this is on the app. Now they have 99, so now they have to pick up their standards to kind of filter. Because if you have so many options, then obviously I'm going to start now going for the top dogs everywhere, which then creates the reverse problem in the guys again, which means that of that 65%, let's now get more disgusting with the facts.
Might as well.
Let's go.
Because I see where we're going with it.
Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think the population of South Africa is?
Probably 30.
31.
30 M's.
60.
No, not 30. 65, 64 M's, somewhere there.
Yeah. So we're 60 million. I mean, just break it down. We're 60 million. Okay. So we are 60 million. The population is 49.5% male, 51.5% female.
Okay.
Right?
Close to being even, yeah.
Yeah. So now let's push it even a bit further. Of all of those percentages, I'm gonna be generous. Nah, let's say half of that population is educated.
Okay, it's very generous.
Generosity.
That's very generous.
I'll say half.
There.
Okay,
It's
but
too generous.
let's move with half.
It's too generous.
You reckon? Are we saying what?
So we're gonna say a third.
A third of it, though.
No, but I'm talking about to matric. Matric can be
Just
half
literally,
and more.
they literally.
I think matric is as half as the face.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I think if it's just matric, though.
Yeah, no, that's a different argument. It's just a different topic. I will continue.
Okay,
It's a
okay,
half. It's a half.
So okay, let's say that's the men and the women population, right? So now I'm just going to try breaking things down to get the numbers to our generation kind of accurate.
Okay.
right? So according to studies, there's between how many women are actually studying right now. I'm trying to remember.
Just give me the love.
Go for Maka.
No?
18.3 million people are studying or have studied or are
Women.
educated.
Women.
No, 18
In total.
in total, right?
Okay.
And then of that percentage, we're going to have 10 million being women and the 8 million being the men. So that
Okay.
equals the 18 million, right?
All right.
So those are the people studying and trying to get their shit together. And then of that percentage, 2/3 of women graduate, 1/3 of men graduate.
Lit. For real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting lit from there.
Yeah, right?
From there onwards.
So now the pools are shrinking big time now
Calm.
when it comes to educated women, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now what that in turn means is that our unemployment rate was what? 35 or something like that percent recently.
Probably more now, hey?
No, it dropped. It was higher and then it dropped. And then it came up a bit.
Okay, so yeah, I remember it was like high 30s at some point.
So what that in turn means is that that unemployment rate gap that we're talking about, there are still more women who are graduating and all of that, which means we are now slowly going into a society where more women have better stable jobs than men on average. So now since women date upwards, an educated woman's gonna date
And educated
Yeah.
more.
educated men. So on the dating app, if you're gonna be then Balelapa matric is your highest.
I've never been. Does it right that? Do they want that?
Do you want that?
Yeah, they're gonna ask you what's your highest.
Quality.
Yeah. So
Lady.
if yours is matric, you best believe
It's
if
funny
that
because
woman is
even-
educated,
Even
it's high.
a hand who does not have matric, when he sees matric, he's like, "Nah,
That's my shit.
hey, dog, the man never gonna go through it. Why are guys okay? Never mind. Let's continue.
So you see, now that's the first thing. But that's a lot of niggas in our country that are not gonna are getting no action from the top population.
You keep wanting to say the word pussy. Just say it, dog.
Bro, I'm going to
Just say
stay.
it. No,
I'm going to stay.
you keep.
I'm to stay.
Is YouTube not gonna? It's not gonna flag it or something.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Dog,
well,
we just blurb it, man.
You gonna do that?
Nobody blurb it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna put a launch it, dog.
So you see, so now we have those numbers that are starting to not kind of make sense or what. So obviously, for a large majority of the people that are not on these platforms like this, like they're still into their community. There's a general amount of people that are still, things are still normal for them. Okay. But then when you pick it up to the level where we actually want something better than like just settling, like we don't want to settle. We have this upper echelon, I guess, description of how we should be dating and who we should be with. So now we're all mixed up in that pool. That's why I'm just assuming that, I know it's an assumption, but I'm just assuming that everybody who's educated and has access to this and some money is all looking in the same places.
Definitely, you would.
So now, like I said, women date upwards, but now they're the more educated. They now in the workforce, they're slowly but surely starting to outnumber.
Okay. Depending on the field, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the professional.
Okay, yes.
In the professional. But obviously in the labor intensive sides, all of those ones, men are still very dominant.
Your manual labor.
Yeah, your manual labor. Those ones are still heavily men dominant. But the professional ones, it's starting to get...
Even at my graduation, majority was like 60% of women.
Yeah, man. They're getting the certificates. Men, them are fucking up.
So now we're going to use those stats to where I was going with the fuck up with Tinder.
Dating sites or just Tinder?
I'm going to say dating sites actually. So now, like I said, we're still assuming that 7.5, they're educated. That's why they are the way they are.
The 17.5.
Exactly. So now, Tina, the rest of us, we're in that pool where now you've been swiping for a month to pretty hands and you're getting no likes. So what do? Drop your standards. Bah!
Just give me the love.
You start dropping your standards. At first you're looking at 8s and 10s because you're seeing so many of them. And then now you're like, hey, but they're not responding. So let's go. We'll take Ama 6 as well.
Zakar.
Yeah. So niggas start swiping for everybody.
Oh, ish.
Oh man.
Oh man. And then you get to the 6s, you're like, let's go.
Yeah,
let's
you're
go,
swiping,
let's go.
dog. You're swiping.
After a month, dololo.
After a month, you went on 3 dates. But now the problem with those 3 dates you've been on is now you start believing.
Then you can go back to it.
Now you believe.
Oh man.
But now you're like, you guys said yes to me.
Yeah.
Why didn't they say yes?
Why didn't they say yes?
You made a mistake. Come back.
Probably you meet a 6. You're like, but you're an 8, man. Does that
Yeah,
mean
what?
like you meet a 6? You're like, nah, but you're an
But
8.
yeah, you're pretty.
Come on, you're an 8. I just thought you was, but you're an 8. And if I could pull you,
Then that means
I
nobody
belong
forward.
there, man. No, get the fuck out of here, man. Go back. Then you go back to the 8s and you keep on.
Yeah, I keep on swiping.
And then
still.
next.
Yeah, you're in cycle hell. So
Okay.
now,
Oh man, that must be so rough. Oh my
It must be,
word.
dog.
Doing this, like you're up here, you're gonna drop down here, and then you win a bit, you're like, nah, I can move up. And then they delude you again.
Bro.
And then you just keep.
yeah, you are in this constant cycle. So,
Because you're hoping for an 8.
Yeah. And
That's
now
the
you're
thing.
gonna reach for the highest branch that you can see.
but now the niggas, we are not switching on. Because, like, it's like, if we know, like, if you just do a bit of research, you realize that there are less women here than there are men,
Okay.
right? So, clearly, not all of us are going to get what we want from this.
Yeah.
It's quite like even if everyone was generous enough to swipe, there would still be some people left out. But that's not what's happening. The reality is obviously everything there is kind of jaded now. So now we're at the point where you're kind of trying to guess through options within this dating sphere that we are stuck in. Yeah.
I know it's sad, bro. Take your time. Take your time. just take a moment to feel, bro. Like,
Because now when I think about it, I can imagine how many dudes that you just walk by or even know who are actually on these dating sites, genuinely looking to
Yeah,
meet
to
people
meet some people, and now you
outside of anything else. Because take away the negative stigma when it comes to guys being on dating sites and girls, right? Just the genuine, I'm tired, man, of these uneducated or non-stylish or whatever demographic is in your area. You're tired of it. Let me go get a hand who can dress, like at least, or better yet, let me go get a hand who likes going out, who's an extrovert.
yeah, well, who likes what I like?
Yeah, who
kinda.
likes what I like. And like you see them, dog. Like you actually see this beautiful girl and what a great smile and a bit of her activity, the way she looks, whatever the case may be. And you're trying, dog. You know what I mean? Like you're there, dog. Come
Yeah,
on,
break after
somehow.
heartbreak.
And they're like, nah.
But you,
And then you lower your perception or your standard, right? You get a 6 or a 5. And you meet this 5 or the 6, and then they embody what you're looking for. They're extroverted, they like going out, they can dress very well. They're just a different demographic than what your community was giving you. And it feels great, but they're not an 8. So you just like, nah, I'm a peddler, dog. And you go back. And you keep on again, and you get a low from that. Then you go to the 5 or 6, you get your hope up again.
and then they crush you again.
No, they don't crush you.
No, not
When you're-
them. When you go back up.
Yes, then when your hopes up again, you go for a second run. You know what I mean? Like,
Man,
it's tough.
I think that's a very different chat in a corner, because then it's a matter of value. Because clearly, somewhere along the line, the thing that you value the most is the thing that you're clearly not getting from these 5s and 6s.
I won't say
No, it's not
value
that,
the
dog. You know
most.
what it is, dog?
It's remember that this
It's
system,
the ability to do better.
yes, it's because this system, dog. You see,
Yeah,
your
you see all of
preference
this.
there.
Yeah.
The only
the
only
ability.
missing thing, the only missing thing
Yeah.
is the numbers, the age,
So you telling me
and
now,
they're there. It's not like you have no idea who they are. You can't
Exactly.
see them. They
You
are
see
there.
them. You see them.
so
you
because
see them.
because you see them, you
There's
begin
a chance.
to think I care.
Yeah.
And that I care
It's
is the
what
thing that
kills you.
hooks you.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's the same motivation.
It's
why
the
people-
hope that kills.
It's the same motivation why people go on bet and keep betting week after week.
Yeah.
So
It's because the fact that I can see the bets and I can actually assess who's gonna win and actually do some research is the reason why I'm betting $50-$100 for Man United to beat City.
it's just
Even
gambling.
though
It's just
a
gambling.
part of you knows
It
they
is,
won't,
it is.
but like because it's right there, bro. You know, that's why I feel like people. It's not a matter about getting your own standards realigned or anything like that to what is important to you, but it's that it allows you to see what you're looking for and show that it's available. There are people like that, and you meet people who have a lesser number but embody every other characteristic you want. So now you're like, okay, my satisfaction is literally there, and this dating app is giving me a chance to get it, which is why they keep going back to swiping on the eights.
But now I'm going to tell you why you get stuck in
Okay.
swiping hell. So remember I said that the women have too many options and they have to pick up their standards
Okay.
as a result.
Okay.
So they pick up their standards to such a point where it goes back to our country. If you look at our success rate and the money rate, I'm just going to give you all some crazy stats.
Sure.
Within the people that are working, right? 50% of that force makes below the poverty line. Like below the poverty line.
Just below.
Yeah, but like I'm talking about working people.
Employed.
Understand? 50% of those employed people are below the poverty line. Right? So that cuts down the amount of people, the dating pool even further. And then within those 50%, you have now 38% of people who are just above the poverty line and just living okay enough.
So that's, I'm assuming, the middle then.
Yeah, that's like 38%. And then now you go to your 12% of the
Upper middle class.
Yeah. The high earners.
Yeah, so now we're going into those. So now we get to the point where we're like, okay, people earning from like, according to the stats, I think it was like 30K. If you're earning 30K, you are
Upper middle
not
class.
just breaking even, but like, I guess,
You can have some
breaking,
savings.
Yeah.
Between upper middle class and middle class, like
Yeah.
middle class.
So now let's
So
let's just
between
pick it
them.
up and go to 40.
Mm.
From 40K to 60K, that bracket there, then you have like 6% of people in that bracket. That's still a shit. Like the money hasn't gone far. When you get to 60 to 100, now we're in like 3% of people earning like that. And then 100K and above, you have 2%.
You
And
know,
not 2% of the population.
2% of
the
the
working
working-
class. Yes.
who, the working class that's above the poverty.
Yeah.
Man, that's
So,
like,
like,
what,
those girls-
0.002% of the population.
That's the problem. So now, because girls are also seeing this and they're comparing you to that, they now fishing around for like close to the whole workforce of women who are educated are all swimming around for that group of people.
For the 2%.
Not
Nah,
the two.
the
Like,
0.000.
like I'm gonna go from the 40, the guys that are earning from like 60K and above, for example, or the 40K to 60K to that pool. Like I'm
So
guessing
the
they're going
upper
to-
middle class.
Yeah, so like, let's see. If you drive an ordinary car, right, and you have your own pozinyana,
Apartment.
yeah, and you have a stable job, I guess there you are kind of in an okay place, but you're still not getting top that
Based on the percentages you told us, that's
Yes.
probably like the top 6%. You're probably
Exactly.
around about there.
So now, but now if you break that roof and you go to the niggas,
Between 60 and 100K,
Yeah.
the top 3% again, it's a
'Cause-
different chat.
now we start to get to people who can actually afford the cars they are driving. Understand? and they can take people out and spend kind of ridiculous-ish, man. But like for ridiculous, I mean like there's class of people that won't go out to a club and buy a bottle for like 2K, even just for 2K.
Even if they can afford it.
Yeah. There's just going to be too many responsibilities for me to do this.
I was about to say the ability to spend money without having to save first.
Exactly. So you need to be in that bracket. And even in that bracket, even that 2K still requires you a bit, but you're like, it's aight. You understand what I'm saying? So now you get people that look at that and they want that as well. And that pool is also dramatically quite small. So now, like I said, we're in this pool of girls that are looking for that percentage of men. So they end up with a whole host of options, which goes back to the problem of what we were saying before. They're there with all the options, right?
Dating apps.
And they don't take the girls seriously.
Mm.
And then the
Why
girls are
would
going to
you?
take that guy's experiences and be like, all men are trash.
Why would you, Vin?
But understand what I'm saying. They're going to take that experience and say, all men are trash. So even the ones at the bottom that weren't getting any attention, even when they now break through, you get this bitter woman who hates men. And you're like,
I have nothing to do with this.
Doesn't do this.
And it's not like you have nothing, you want to action. Frustrated, auto relax, and then even when you break through, it's like, what the hell? After years and years of swiping, you get that one date, and then you meet up with this person, and you got swiped on because you was tired of that league.
That's bullshit.
So now you come across a person who has the audacity to be like, act like she's better than you because
Or why don't she let another man?
because of the other options she can have. So now that's when I realized that people don't think they're better than you because they are better. Girls don't think they're better than you because they're better than you. They think they're better than you because of who they can get. So their standards are not based on
Them.
Yeah, no. Their standards are based on what I can catch.
So they're basically based on another man. They use another man's interest to them and his own standards to make it their standard.
Yeah, 'cause they can.
Whoever wants them.
Yeah, because they can.
Because
If you meet a woman who can get to clubs and do all of these things without having to spend any money, those are her standards.
she wants a man who's going to take care of her financial
Like that,
Or
because it's
even do
possible.
So it's basically what the niggas were doing as well. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
When did you buy this dog? Is it at the consumable?
Yeah, dog.
Lit.
That's what
Lit.
Kabara.
Machita.
So it's like I think the fact that we can't be honest and actually openly talk about this properly is what's going to cause. Because it's like if you actually ask a person, uhlale phansi nomuntu, I think you'll only get an honest conversation from a girl from the age of 28. I'm assuming.
What is that honest part, now?
Are you saying age is the great equalizer?
That's
I think so, dog.
It
Because
comes
like
with this
imagine
thing
all of
called,
this experience where you've been cycling in a pool of shit, and then you get to a point where you actually want something genuine. But now you're actually grown enough to understand, how do I actually get to that point? It's through conversation. Like all these other stuff, like the money, all of those stuff kind of don't matter that much. But if we can have a conversation and you are stable, then everything else.
So to solve.
Yeah, because like you've been through the phase where you've had that money or someone else's money, but you didn't enjoy life the way you wanted to.
But
You weren't happy.
I was about to say, man, with that honesty part of having in that moment with these women, there's this word that they don't like and they can never be
Accountability.
because you gotta be accountable. You gotta account for your behavior from your early 20s, late 20s, early 30s.
Okay.
If you're gonna have this conversation with a female, right? Most of them will not be accountable in their honesty to be like, you know what, man? Actually, during my prime or my time at that specific time, I deliberately messed with people who didn't care about me. But because they had the money, the look, the financial stability, whatever the case may be, I could see that these people genuinely don't care. But because I was getting ABC from it, right? I was there. Manje, Mankati, you know, I'm not okay. I got these spiritual demons on me. Zakat, I didn't build anything during that period, you know. Actually never been loved, whatever the case may be. And now I'm in a point whereby I need a genuine dude. I genuinely do. And I meet these guys, and for some reason, I can't help but not like them because they can't give me at least a sliver of what I was getting. Because I think that's where most women also struggle, right? They get to meet this guy who's decent, where money's not a thing, but there's a part of the psyche that's always reminding them that it's not supposed to work like this. There's also this way, which is the rich way or the money way, right?
Yeah.
Baby, let's go on a trip. Oh, I don't know money. Let's plan on it. Give me 4 months, right? That's what she's getting now from current dude. There's a part of the psyche that's like, hey man, this thing doesn't have to be like this. It could be just a next month thing. Tabo didn't like that.
Cape Town this weekend.
Yeah. All these small things like I'm not feeling great or I'm on my periods and men them coming with ice cream or whatever and all these gifts. At her time with those guys, when you come along and she's like, oh, these parents are killing me. You're asking, dog, do you need medication?
Did you drink water?
Dog, did you drink water? You're asking dumb shit, bro. Yeah, we fucking pay. You don't even know how to.
Nah, but that's not
dumb
money,
stuff,
dog.
bro. No, it's not about a money thing. I'm talking about the psyche.
No,
right?
I'm saying with that example, I feel like if you are bowling,
Yeah.
if you are bowling and you
Yeah.
have the amount of options you do, if he's on a period, all you heard is no sex, let's find someone else.
Yes, but
With mine.
yes, but like.
But if you don't,
And
and you hear that from your girl,
Yes.
He's breaking down what that girl is now going to experience
From the
that
current
guy,
guy.
from that current guy. Let's say the wealthy guy now. Ne? If I was to guess, it's not gonna hurt you to just throw money at that particular.
You're
problem
right. It's
and
right.
still go and
Go
do
and
that
do
as
that.
well.
That's
You
my
can
point.
actually do
yeah,
both.
you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You
So,
can just throw money there.
Her
Move on.
psyche is that now I meet this guy where I'm tired, but I meet this great guy, and these little things that we have in a relationship, there's a part of my psyche that's telling me that it's not supposed to be like this. Because here's the guy I'm telling him about my period, he's telling me about water. The fuck you talking about?
Tell me about my.
I'm
period.
telling him that I need to
Fuck
rejuvenate. I need to rejuvenate. He's telling me about 4 months. You know, I'm telling him I'm bored. He's telling me about where your friends. Girl, like it's small things, nah. But you were accustomed for a long time to whenever you were in this element, there was always let's go out, blue room, conga, whatever the hell you are going. Now this guy is giving you a different type of dynamic, and your psyche is rejecting it. Because I think that's what happens a lot to these women is that when they get to realize that, you know what, I messed up a lot of time spending with those guys.
Yeah.
Let me actually find someone I want to settle down with. The psyche is so messed up that when it comes to interacting with those people, those small things become petty things that end up creating tension and arguments.
Let's see.
No. But anyway, great topic. Great topic, dog.
So
Great topic.
now, obviously, we've kind of, I guess I don't know, I hope I learned something going through all of this. I started realizing that the crazy standards we have are it's both sides.
Nah.
Yeah, it's both sides. So I feel like, I guess if we are being honest, I'm a relation. I think most of us grew up too immature for relationships for the longest of times, and I don't think we understand the impact psychologically of what relationship losses and all of those things do to us as such. So I feel like, with what I've seen, Tinder is kind of, not Tinder, online dating is kind of perpetuated a lot of things, because it's like if you have a high self-esteem and you're a high energy person and you work very hard in life and you're doing well, those platforms can boost that even further as a guy. But if you're just breaking even and then you're just on there trying to find someone who's just on your level and you can go out with that person and you're not even coming across that person, from there your trajectory and your anger and all of those things, we don't know how to deal with those. I don't think we're in a society we know how people know how to deal with those kinds of emotions. So it kind of creates this toxic, I guess, environment where it's either you're gonna get a heavy simp or you're gonna get a nigga who just hates women for no reason because he can't get some.
Because he can't get some. We talk about sex.
No, I'm saying anything, dog. Like even relationships, struggling to get relationship.
There's dudes want to hit a woman because they can't get loved. I mean, I can see it.
It's happening, dog. Do you
I can see
understand
it
that?
too, but
Like
I
right
think-
now, we're at a point where close to 50% of people are fine dying alone.
Fine.
Yes, they're okay with dying alone.
Because nobody wants them, or because they got mistreated.
Which one is it?
But obviously,
Or
it's-
both?
No, they all say fall into the same pool because of whatever was happening during that.
But
time.
the motives are different.
So
I wanna
yeah,
know
the
that
motives are different. Yeah, the
there's
motives.
Because
trauma.
if someone mistreated you and you want to die, you are fine dying alone. I get you there, bro. Because like you gave and you're in it, and they treat you like hell the last 4 or 5, attempts. But when nobody wants you and you're just like it's fine, I'm just gonna be alone my whole life. That's worrying for me.
It is worrying because I think
Yeah.
as a merchant, we don't know how to pick each other up and tell you that your problem, the reason you're not getting this, it's because of how you dress, dog. It's because of how you talk, dog. It's because of how much you drink. It's
I
because of
agree
these
with
things.
you,
We
yeah.
don't have that kind
We
of.
don't have that type of thing because like we'll be a group of guys who are cleaning up, nah? Or getting some form of attention from women when we're out or whatever, a social gathering, right? And then that 1-2 guy who does not get it, we're not being like, dog, it's because of how you dress.
Yeah,
man.
it's
It's
because
because we're unfit to Kurumaso.
Yeah.
It's because of,
It's because of how you think.
yeah, how you think.
We just chuck it up to I'll flip the boy. And
Yeah.
like,
then we
like
move on.
we so nonchalant about it, like, hi dog, you have no raise the term now, okay, or chababanyana, or but that we can tell that, dog, to be fair, if you dress different and present yourself in a certain way, you would get approached. And then that's when you fuck up. But at least be that. Let's get to that
Give yourself
point.
a fighting
Yeah,
chance.
give yourself a fighting
Give
chance,
yourself a
dog.
fighting
Yeah,
chance.
so you have to see, because you have to see the stars in a girl's eyes when she comes to you for attention, right? And then uvulumlom and see her be like, to know that, okay, it's me.
To get anything in this
Yeah.
life, just travel. I'm to be honest, just explore yourself and do more. Because I feel like we left it to a profile to sell you,
Yes.
and us guys suck at that. Like when you're having the best time of your life, what I've discovered with my friends is we don't have the time to be taking pictures of the best moments or the best.
You're just
memories.
there. Yeah,
We are
don't.
in that moment and we're going to enjoy it, and then we'll talk about it. But when you get online and you look at a girl's profile, you're like, "Hey, I was at this event too," but you have no evidence. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like now, if our profiles are the ones selling us, then hey, dog, we're doing a heck of a poor job. I guess if we go to our generation, we weren't equipped for what this thing brought.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I agree.
We were nowhere near
Yeah.
being equipped for
Yeah.
what this thing
We were
brought.
kind of just blindsided.
Yeah. So now because we weren't equipped, now everybody got access to the best of the best. And now we're all fighting for that spot. And that spot, there's no room up there.
I know, guys. Great
Nice.
topic,
Calm,
man.
bro. Calm.
Quick, before we close it now, recommendations. Sky, after what we just discussed now, dog, all the facts, the numbers, and all the good stuff, what would be your personal recommendation for somebody who's on dating website, dating sites?
Go to therapy.
Go to therapy, guys.
Go to therapy.
Really about that. So
Go. Like, I cannot stress this enough.
go
bro.
to therapy.
Go to therapy.
Is that it?
Like, because think about this now for a second. If your problem is that there's a consistent stream of rejection happening there, right?
Yes.
It's not
Is that
normal.
not? Is that not traumatic? Is
Okay.
that not an experience that would harm you? So there's a type of healing that needs to happen in that regard.
Yes.
You are not going to fix yourself if you can't see yourself in that better light. You're not going to fix your clothing, the way you walk, the way you move, because you
Yes.
can't see yourself as that.
Okay.
The only way to get there is to have somebody help you begin that journey.
And-
And unfortunately, that whatever that girl is, she's not going to do it, and she doesn't want the burden of doing it either.
I think I have a counter argument to what you're saying.
No. Not it, okay.
No, I'm going to summarize what I wanted to say as well
okay.
within what he's saying.
Okay.
My counter argument to that would be, it's not most of the time, or I guess when it comes to online dating, it's not you.
True.
It's not
Okay.
you.
Okay, but like how are
Don't mirror the reactions from. I agree with saying advice.
how are those people not going to internalize that?
That's what I'm saying now, is that just read a bit more and you'll realize that the algorithms and how all of that is set up
Yeah.
is not set up for everybody to win.
So basically, understand.
Yes,
what
understand
the
what
dating-
kind of game you're getting
Yes,
into
what
before
is
you
the
get into
dating
it.
Okay.
side,
So
what
get
is
into
there
it
for?
with your eyes open, actually. Because
Is that your recommendation?
the other-
Understand.
yeah, I'm just
it.
gonna go a bit further, but I won't be too long. What I wanted to also add is within all the dating sites, they actually ranked. Right? There's dating sites that are for people of money and professional. They are with certain professions and certain qualifications. And then we have one for like kind of everybody.
Okay.
And then now you start getting into your ones where there's lower specs.
Poverty.
Yeah, basically that.
Poverty.
Where this group of people don't like this one because it looks kind of cheap.
Oh, okay.
And then everybody else is kind of like, you know what, this one is more affordable for me to be I can get the best likes. Like purchasing a premium membership on this one is cheap, and then this one gets a bit expensive, and this one is super expensive. So you understand? So there are certain ones where even if you're just doing okay in life, the likelihood of you meeting someone in this app specifically are way higher. So that's yeah.
Man, it's deep, must
Exactly. So like within all of those things, like that's what I'm saying. The only thing I guess I took away from this is you must just know yourself. Learn yourself before, like, be happy with yourself and learn yourself before even trying to open up to anyone else. Because certain things are not gonna knock you the way they should if you know.
Charge it to the game, bro.
Yeah.
Charge it to the game.
Okay, so that's just your recommendation. Guys, no, I don't have one, I don't have a recommendation though. If you are on a dating site and that word are you? If you're on a dating site and it's going well, let it go well. Look, I hope you guys get what you're looking for, man. You know, I hope it works out in the long run. But if it doesn't, you know, it's from like what you guys just told me now. It's like a two-folded thing, right? Statistically speaking,
It's a losing game.
it's a losing game.
Yeah.
But men them are looking for love. You know, they gotta find it from somewhere because they're not clearly getting it in the communities they currently reside in. They're finding it difficult to get it that way. I'll even argue and say that they probably get more action or interactions on a dating site than they do face to face.
I think, personally, if you're on the dating sites, you don't so much care for interactions with people.
But even if they don't see or are conscious of that, I feel like in their lives they probably get more interactions from the dating sites than they do when they're in social environments.
But I think
Like in areas
that's what I'm
where-
saying specifically. I think this thing was made for people that don't do that.
Okay, I agree with you.
You
there.
see?
But yeah, like it's a two-folded thing, guys. Know yourself, love yourself, therapy, understand what you're getting into. I hope it works out. If you're not gonna woman love you.
Just subscribe and like
Just
you
subscribe.
become like us.
Like, and then you be like us because we love, okay, and they want us, okay, they want us, but because of y'all, we decided to be loyal people, you know, and not give them what they asked for, and focus on making sure we give you guys great content. So, Sky, you have a nice
I'm gonna have
segment for us.
yeah. We're gonna close off here with am I the asshole? Nah?
Yeah.
Basically, I'm just gonna read you a story, and then you guys are gonna dictate whether or not the person who wrote this is the asshole.
Okay, just side note, do you think we should make it like not am I the asshole? Like find another term to call it for us.
It's the same thing. Everywhere I know it's normally called this, but I think the fact that there is a notoriety of this is gonna help us.
Okay.
Call this segment the conscious asshole section.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know.
Like, just
Okay.
different
Welcome to the
answers.
conscious asshole section.
Yeah.
Is this person the asshole?
Yeah.
So it goes, am I the asshole for not giving my plus size friend the queen size bed in our Airbnb? Wonderful. I, 30s female, am going on vacation with 4 of my friends, 30s and 40s females. We go every year and always we use randomized selection tool to help us choose who gets which bedroom. The tool assigns the order in which we can choose. I got third choice, and my plus size friend Marie got fifth choice. The first three of us all chose the queen size beds. The other two got twin beds and had to share a room. Yeah, it sucks, but that's why we leave it up to chance so nobody can complain. Marie asked me privately if we could switch, please, so she can have the queen size bed. She's plus size, but in my opinion, not so big that she can't fit in the twin bed. I personally have lost over 100 pounds at my largest. I was much bigger than Marie is now. I never once asked to switch beds when I was bigger.
Why are you telling me?
I therefore said no. She started crying, told me I was being unreasonable, and that I, of all people, should understand. I do understand, but it's not my vacation. But it's my vacation too, and I've worked hard to be in a body I'm comfortable in. I don't feel like I should give up my spot to accommodate her when she can still fit in the twin bed. Am I the asshole?
All right, I'm gonna do a recap here, guys. Good friend of ours is here. Say hi to Christopher Moyane. The Moyane.
Mr. E.
Mr. E.
They would just put me on the spot like that.
Yeah.
We live,
recording,
we
bro.
live, dog. Instagram is on, dog. You bitches gonna see. Sit down.
Sit down, bro. Let you
Come
have
sit
some
over here, dog. Come sit here,
Go
dog.
ahead, go ahead.
We in the camera shot. We got a good question for you, dog.
Eh,
Okay, Sky. She's one of 5, right? In a group of friends, right? They take trips together, right? They, in terms of selecting the room, they leave it up to chance, right? She is asking if she's an asshole because her plus size friend asked to switch bedrooms because her plus size friend got a twin bedroom setting, right? And she asked because she's a big girl and she feels like that twin bed ain't gonna handle her.
Yeah, it's not gonna cut it.
So now this, am I the asshole person is mentioning the fact that she lost 100 what? 100,
She says that she lost about 100 pounds.
100 pounds.
Yeah.
So?
This is about 40 Ks.
Did she say no?
Yeah, she said no.
Yeah, of course she should have said no. What do you mean?
No, she's not.
But yeah,
She's not the asshole.
personally, I don't think she's the asshole.
But also, what if she wants to get banged as well? Like, there's more interest than your weight here, bro. It's more important than your weight.
Hold up, wait.
No. I'm just saying.
the asshole.
No.
I think we're talking about different things now.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's. I don't think she's an asshole, right? Because it's big for me. The way it's set up, the fact that they had to leave it to chance of who gets which room,
Okay.
right? That in any other situation, she would have gotten a twin, and the plus size would have gotten the king size,
The
room,
queen or whatever.
the queen,
yeah.
whatever, right? But now it's like, okay, fine. If you come to me in that type of situation and you're like, hey, I'm a big jet, you see me, right? I got blabber everywhere. Can I please have the queen or the king size room, right? And I'm like, you know what, bro? I do see it, and I do understand you might think that it can hold you, but I'm trying to get the pum pum in this trip, dog. So I have a personal interest as well to it. So nah.
I would think the personal interest has anything to do with it, bro.
Yeah, but like,
Chance defeated Edward.
yeah,
Chance.
you know, but like, no, she's not an asshole.
She's not an asshole.
Yeah, nah, she gotta lose weight. Lose weight then. Lose weight. It's a good time to. It's a good way to address it without addressing it.
Nah.
Yeah, you know, it's like.
It's like I just lost 100 pounds when I was bigger than you. Is all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I got to reward it with a queen size. You know?
That one is tricky, man. Too. That one is very tricky.
Nah,
It's not
siyaphumeza ama-cheat.
I know.
You know, I actually want to hear. Why do you say it? Tricky?
You know why it's tricky. Though.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, we live in Pilamachi. So, fair, I'm plus size or whatever. And I'm like, oh man, come fit. Oh, guy, fit. And you're like, nah. Because you know, I want to do my own things, right? Fair, easy. But if ever it comes to that particular point in time, you're not doing anything, then why not? As cheat. Then it's chill. Via boy. Do you get what I mean?
So you're saying they should have had an agreement?
Not even having an
like
agreement,
they
but
share, because I think it says
it's
here
not even
that
about sharing.
I'm saying the thing is, you know what how it works here is that they would get to a place and then it would randomly order.
Yeah, fair. I get that.
So that means you also had your chance where you were in a queen size bed,
Yeah,
and I was
and
on
I
that
was
shitty,
on the
that shitty
double.
bed,
Yeah,
or I was
on the
on the
twin.
couch, and I
She-
didn't bother you.
Oh, so
she mentions that there was a time
Exactly,
when it was the
other way
around.
around, and she didn't
I
ask.
did not.
Dog, exactly. Dog.
So I thought maybe this was like it was a particular situation.
No, it's something that they used to
okay,
do. It.
fair.
It's crazy.
Do that.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
They will lose some weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
You
the
know
name? What's the name?
They Marie.
Marie.
We don't necessarily know if that's her
Marie.
real name, but I doubt it.
What? She's not there, so man. Yeah, nah. She's
No,
not.
Marie's the friend, the person who wrote this thing here.
Marie's a plus size friend.
Yeah, Marie's a
Gotta lose some weight,
friend.
Marie.
Yeah, no.
Just lose some weight. Like, I'm pretty sure you're a beautiful lady, but lose some weight, man.
For who?
So you can stop
The
asking
person who
these type
wrote
of
it,
crazy.
their handle
herself.
is too embarrassed.
For herself, bro.
You know
So
what?
is that it?
Yeah. Everybody,
Guys,
thank you so much.
for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment,
Turn the notification bell on.
turn on the notification bell on. We always aim to
Wild. Anyway, guys, closing off. Closing off. We halfway through, and I didn't tell the gents about it.
okay.
So a couple of months ago, I started making an app for people who are in relationships.
Who are in relationships?
Yeah, in relationships.
Is that game one?
Yeah, that game one.
That card one.
Yeah, so now I just need suggestions from people. So basically, what it does is
That is so good. I thought you were going a completely different direction. Because we just spoke about dating apps. I thought he was making an app to cheat. I was like, hold up.
Yeah,
Hold up. What is this?
You are.
What is this, man?
I remember you told me about it. Like
Yeah.
it's actually very interesting. We
So-
should have a segment where we just explain it again for them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut this one short. So
Okay.
basically, I just need suggestions at this point. So basically, in summary, the card game, all it does is your boyfriend gets, and then the girlfriend has one too.
Okay.
And then every morning when you wake up, you're gonna get a thingy, a card that gives you the allowance to demand whatever's on it at any time of your choosing.
So if let's say the card has coffee on it,
Yeah.
anytime throughout that day, I can just ask her to.
No,
make
you
me
can
coffee.
store them for up to a month.
Oh, you can store them as well.
Yeah.
Oh, escape.
So you get a card, and then anytime you want to cash in on it, you can cash in on that card.
Oh.
So now, obviously, I've had to set parameters
Mm.
as to what kind of relationship you guys are
Dynamics you
in.
have because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this, like a nice romantic. There's chores,
And
there's
then there's
responsibility,
poverty line, and then
then
there's
there's-
rich ones.
there's financial, and then there's R18. Understand where it is
Okay.
a bit of
Okay. No, that's good. I
a
love
bit
it. I love it.
beneficial. Skip your friend, something like that.
What?
What?
Yeah. But it will all be,
Can't endorse that.
teasy, yeah,
I can't
teasy.
endorse that.
So
But I
yeah,
do love that.
I would love some suggestions towards that.
Yeah, actually, we should push
Yeah.
them often, man. Yeah.
Drop it in the comments. Anything you'd like to do with your partner. Maybe you like foot rubs and your partner's not the type. Add that into the thing.
Toy.
Maybe you like active dates instead of sit down dates. You're like, you know what? Let's go bungee jumping or whatever the case may be. Go karting. Drop your ideas at the bottom. Let us know. As soon as the app is nice and live, we'll send you guys some shout outs, man. We'll put your signature at
The
the back
first
of the
5
cards
people
or
give
something.
us advice, get the app for free. Let's go.
All right, there you have it.
Can we do that?
I was waiting for that question. I'm like,
That's
Anyway.
all it-
Thank you guys for tuning in, man.
Peace out.
Peace out.